Hello, welcome back to Heretic Owl Tarot. My name is Liz, and I will be guiding you on this journey today. This is a reading for Cancer, wherever Cancer is in your chart. I hope you're all doing well. What's in Jupiter is in Cancer, so hopefully that's positive. You know, hopefully. I know Uranus just went into Gemini. That's been interesting so far. It'll be there for the next 8 years. Anyway, so if you watched your human design profile reading last month, I mentioned that, I went on this whole rant about how CapCut changed their terms of service and it sucks. So I'm not going to be editing these videos anymore. They're literally just going to go from camera to YouTube. And I am still judging myself heavily for that, which is why I'm even bringing it up in these readings, because I feel like if I say it first, then that kind of takes the sting out of any potential judgment. I don't know. But, if my dog starts freaking out in the background, barking, or if I stumble over my words or lose my words, which happens a lot, or also to even just sit here and stare at the cards for however long, because I do that too. And, sometimes it takes a couple minutes for words to make it from my mind to my mouth. So all of that imperfection, at least to me, is going to be available for you to see. And my Virgo moon hates that. So again, that's why I feel like I'm still judging myself about it. The other thing is, after this round of readings, which I do intend on doing the profile readings. I'm just not convinced. I intend to, but I'm not, the intention is there. I'm not sure if the execution is going to be there. But I am going to take a break for a month or two after these readings. And when I kind of received that guidance or that feeling, the immediate thought or feeling behind that was, and it might be permanent. It was literally a whisper. Because I don't do these readings on a schedule. I literally just wait for little birdie to show up and tell me it's time to sit down here and do these readings. And then I'm like, okay, cool, let's do it. I get consent from the deck that we're going to use, and then we start working through the readings. So when that happened this time, like I said, there was that feeling to take a break. And, the part about the break may be permanent kind of hit me like a ton of bricks. I'm not going to lie. The first couple times I mentioned it in the intro of these readings, like Leo and Virgo, I was a little emotional about it, because it does kind of feel unexpected, but also it's like one of those things of, I think it's maybe a truth that I have been avoiding for a while because it makes me sad and it makes me uncomfortable. And the truth is that, this is the only thing that I've been doing consistently for the last 3 years, except for breathing. And the channel just hasn't reached the level of success that I wanted it to reach. And I need to just evaluate my role in that, because hello, I'm the one posting the videos, right? So, and what can I do potentially different that is authentic to me, and do I want to, so anyway, I just, I guess I need a little bit of space to figure that out. I've definitely been purging a lot of energetic stuff. Like my Etsy store, I completely liquidated the rest of what I had in my Etsy store in one fell swoop. And that even feels bittersweet, but I'm so happy that the community that I gave all of that to, they're so happy with everything, with all of it. And I'm happy that that worked out in the way that it did, because I felt complete with it. Energetically, I had no attachment to it, which I think is probably why I was struggling with like liquidating it. But anyway, so I don't know, like is this YouTube channel also like going to be part of that, to where I have to believe that clearing out the energy of my Etsy, of potentially this YouTube, that there is something else coming in. I mean, that's literally the death card. I haven't even really been pulling tarot for myself. I mean, I have, but not specifically for that. I might actually do that. So anyway, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Also, I started EMDR therapy a couple weeks ago, which has been unexpectedly amazing, like truly in a way that I literally could not have ever imagined. And I kind of feel a little bit like this image on this card. Like, I kind of feel like there's like taken apart a little bit. I'm reclaiming these parts of myself that I honestly thought I had already done. But this is deeper than anything I could have done on my own, and that I could have imagined even being possible. And I want to show up for it. I'm ready for it. But also, like, I need time and space and, just to give myself, to figure out, like, how those things that I'm reclaiming, that energy that I'm reclaiming, like, how does that fit in me now, to kind of put myself back together. So that's what we're doing. And I'm assuming that if it were to be a permanent decision, I would announce that. But also, I mean, maybe it would just be something that I take however long of a break that I need to take. And, at some point be able to show up on this channel, again, just more authentically myself, because like I'm reclaiming these parts of myself. So I don't know, we'll see. I'm not attached to any outcome with that. I'm just trying to be fluid. So thank you. Thank you for letting me share. Let's talk about you though, of course. For Cancer, what do we got? I don't take the cards that flip because we want commitment over here, and I just don't take those cards seriously. Like, all of my decks, we've had individual personal conversations that if there is a message, then the card needs to come all the way out. That's just me. For Cancer. Okay, sometimes it takes a minute. That is way too many. I don't have that much space, and we don't have that much time. Cancer. Nobody's committing quite yet, which is pretty fitting. I mean, maybe you're feeling the same way in your life where, I mean, maybe just thoughts are flying through and you're not really committed to anything, just checking the temperature of them and sticking a pin in it. Maybe I'll come back to that. We have the Page of Cups that came out sideways. The Fool card sideways. What are the odds? One more. And another card that came out sideways. The Six of Cups. The Two of Swords. This was one of the cards that came out in that stack that I put back. Just make sure. Yeah. This is what I mean. Like there's a lot of non-committal energy like happening here. How interesting. And too, how these two cards are. So for me, whenever cards come out sideways, I see them as like going clockwise. You know, so when they come out this way, this to me feels like it's working its way into reverse. This one, like when it comes out, kind of facing the left or whatever the proper way to explain that is. It feels like to me it's working its way upright. So interesting stuff here. Like, so the Page of Cups says, let yourself be continually surprised by this thing called life. Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to experience this thing called life. Let's see. Dearly beloved. Oh, it's on my fucking cup. Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to get through this thing called life. An electric word, life, means forever, and that's a very long time. But I'm here to tell you there's something else. The afterworld. You know, this actually really feels like fear of launching. And that could be where the non-committal is coming from. So pages are pretty much like aces, except for they already have the Ace of Cups. Now they're like starting to experience the energy of the Ace of Cups. So it's new, it's adolescent, it's definitely allowing yourself to be new at something. So the Ace of Cups is honoring your intuition. It's also like imagination, creativity, but how that comes from the emotional body versus the mind. Let me see if the book will explain this better. Like, I don't know why all of a sudden I feel like I'm kind of losing my words a little bit, and I'm trying not to let myself get pissed about that. So I'm going to read both the upright and the reverse since it's sideways, and we'll figure out what it means in the middle. It says, the page has spent all morning searching for sea glass to add to her ever-growing collection, only to end up with a whole mugful of it. Get ready for something just awesome and just as awesome and unexpected, she tells you, tipping the brim to show you her finds. In a reading, this card can represent a child or preteen, but not always. More likely, it will represent someone who's in the beginning stages of a beautiful emotional journey. So expect the surprise to kick off a project, a romance with themselves or someone else, or another lovely venture. There may be tons of excitement and eagerness now, which could cloud one's intuition. So be sure to use good discernment moving forward. Reversed, it says someone, maybe even you, embarked on a new voyage, but it wasn't everything they wanted, so they went back to shore. Or maybe the tide pulled them back just when things started to get good. Take out the binoculars and see what other wonders are coming. Yeah. I mean, I do. It's like, dipping your toe in to feel the temperature, but convincing yourself it's too cold. Like, you want to do it, but then it, like, the fear or the discomfort or what, because really, even if it is cold, like, your body adjusts to it so fast. It's not like frigid water where you're gonna get hypothermia and potentially pass away, right? Like, don't do that. If you're going like ice diving somewhere or something, I don't think so, because this is on a beach. But right, like, it's like that like that tug of war type of thing, or like one step forward, two steps back. We come together because opposites attract, and we're just gonna get lost in songs today, I guess. But yeah, that again, non-committal energy, like wanting to do it and then immediately like getting scared and pulling yourself back. It's like looking forward to this new adventure, this new thing, wanting to do it, but then maybe even not being able to intuit the outcome. So you're just like, forget it. Like, I can't see that far ahead, and it's not being shown to me like what the outcome is going to be, which scares me. Like, the uncertainty is scary, right? Even too, like, maybe the fear of success. Like, I think a lot of us are used to, like, even just our nervous systems, our vagal nerve, right? Like, we're used to the other shoe dropping, that it's scary for things to work out, because if they work out, I have more of an emotional attachment to it, where I could potentially be happy. And what if something takes that away? But bro, like, you're taking it away from yourself. Like, right? It's like it's blocking our own blessings. It's literally just like me at the beginning of this reading saying I'm judging myself so that you can't. Right? Like, dang it. Dang it. So there's got to be room for excitement, for childlike wonder, like for the innocence of, things working out. Even just like reclaiming reclaiming that excitement, allowing yourself to believe that you deserve, because you do, like, truly, just by literally being born, you are inherently worthy, you're inherently deserving. And anything that is telling you that you're not is conditioning. It was somebody else's hurt that they projected onto you. Like, it's a mechanism to keep you small. And it's also like a game that we don't have to play. We don't. I love that the Fool came out too, because that is Uranus. And wherever Gemini is for you, like I think I said, I don't know. I'm a Cancer rising, so that's my 12th house. It's going to be going over my Cancer or my Gemini Mars. I'm going to be having my Uranus opposition in the next year or two also. So I have no effing idea what to expect. But, the 12th house is hidden. It's the place of undoing, it's hidden enemies, mental health, but also universal consciousness, higher consciousness, psychic shit, Um, and like I said, right, like I'm just using me as an example because whatever. Um, I started EMDR therapy a month ago. And truly, like my subconscious and my emotional body scrambled. Uranus too is a planet of unexpected. Literally could come out of nowhere. Um so wherever Gemini is for you, obviously if you're a Cancer rising also, it's more than likely your 12th house. Like in Placidus, things can change, whatever. But obviously if you're not a Cancer rising, then wherever Gemini is in your chart, you might just be experiencing some things happening in relation to the themes of that house. But truly, like, it could just come out of nowhere and be unexpected in the best ways, and maybe not the best ways. I mean, again, like there's room for both. The Fool is a leap of faith. What does it say? Take a chance, for each morning is a new beginning. Which also, that leap of faith could be unexpected. Not necessarily impulsive, but something just crosses your path unexpectedly and you're like, oh my God, that's the thing that I've been trying to manifest. It could be a realization, an aha moment, a download, and it just could come out of the blue. But also, like with the Fool card, there's a level of surrender and trusting the process, because truly, like, you have to trust that the path is going to open up for you when you take the leap, that the net will catch you, right? Because if it's the uncertainty or the fear or whatever it is, it's like, one thing has to be more powerful than the fear and the anxiety. And it's got to be the what is that saying about like the flower blooming? It's like, man, I can't think of it now, but it's something along the lines of like the discomfort of blooming is less uncomfortable than staying a bud. Let's see what the book says about. We'll read both the upright and the reverse for the Fool as well. It says, meet the cozy witch who barely slept a wink last night because she was so excited by the promise of the new day. Like the cozy witch, you too have an adventure awaiting you just outside your front door. Both of these two cards have talked about a new adventure. When an amazing chance presents itself, take it, because you might regret not doing so later. However, before you go, keep in mind that the world is an unpredictable place. While there's magic to experience, you will inevitably experience some obstacles too. Success is never guaranteed, but success isn't always the point of the journey. Sometimes the self-discovery that happens along the way is the point. And also, I mean, that is, kind of the thing too, right? Like, is sometimes we get stuck in not wanting to move forward because things aren't perfect. And literally perfect is literally just an excuse not to, again, like, feel the discomfort, to not do the thing that truly in your soul, in your gut, you feel called to do. It's not the right time. I don't have enough information. I'm scared. Whatever. It's not perfect, right? That's a bunch of bullshit that we tell ourselves so that we don't have to be responsible for doing the thing. Fuck, like, this is like so prominent, like, in my life right now. So hopefully it's resonating with you too. Reversed, it says, who's stopping you from living the life you've always wanted? You see how she's looking in this mirror here? Girl, try not to stress too much about what might go wrong. Instead, visualize what could go right. You'll never know what magic you could be making if you never leave your room. We were literally just talking about that too. And here's the thing, right? We have handled 100% of anything that has come our way. Has there been disappointment? Absolutely. Has there been heartbreak? Yeah. Have you held on to those things a little too long? Yep. Are those things now preventing you from literally doing anything, from making a decision? Because we have the Two of Swords here, which is also sideways. And it's this, like, back and forth shit that it's not only exhausting you, it's like exhausting to the shit that's like trying to come into you. Like, I'm sure you could probably see what the adventure is, either through your third eye or, again, just knowing in your body. But for whatever reason, like, there's something here that's like holding you back, and that's nothing else except for you. This really is your decision to turn all these cards upright. Like, what does it say? Wake up. What is it that you truly want? That could even be, again, it's like, snap out of it. Whatever it is, giving yourself a polite slap in the face. What am I doing? Where am I giving my power away to? Which is causing this indecision. Where is the fear coming from? Where am I not taking responsibility for that too? Where am I, allowing outside, people, circumstances, whatever, to dictate and control what I do? Ain't nobody got time for that. Not anymore, anyway. Don't make me come get you. Like, don't make me do it. Also, this is a child. So this could be some inner child stuff coming up for you. I love at the bottom of the deck, it says, give yourself the compassion you were never given. The Six of Cups is the card of the past. It is the inner child card also. So as much as I'm like, saying to like snap out of it, to give yourself little, like a little tappy on the face, right? That's adult. But also like recognizing that there is this part of you, because this is coming from somewhere. This is coming from a lack of self-worth, a lack of self-esteem. It could be a fear of success. Were we talking about that in this reading, or was that Gemini? I don't know. Right? It could, whatever it is, right? It's old stuff that is triggering or activating something here for you. When deep down, you know that there's something else that you want to experience. There's literally a brand new journey that is waiting for you to make your mind up. It's not going anywhere. It's just like, how long are you going to prolong the inevitable? I've been like hyper fixated on the Matrix movies lately. And in the first Matrix movie, when Neo meets the Oracle, she tells him, like, and I can't remember verbatim how she says it, but it's something along the lines of, you've already made the decision. You've made your choice. But you're trying to understand why you made that decision. And that's it, right? Because again, from the Matrix, the White Rabbit says, choice is just an illusion. You already know what you want to do. Maybe the Oracle said that too. I can't remember. I know the White Rabbit did. But, right? So you already know that you've already made a decision. You already know what choice you want to go with. The indecision and being stuck or just, frozen is trying to understand why you made that decision. Or trying to understand why you can't honor that decision and start, and just commit to it. And that's like this inner child stuff, Five of Pentacles behind that. Nothing is ever as hopeless as it seems. Ten of Cups behind that. Like, yeah, there's something here that is coming up. And also, like, it's coming up so that you can love yourself through it. Give yourself the compassion you were never given. You being your adult self now, being able to reparent your younger self. We're okay. What is the story too? Right? Like, what's the feeling in my body? What is the story that's going through my head? Is that true now? Is that something that I believe to be true of myself now? Can I give myself that compassion? Can I allow myself to be uncomfortable until my body adjusts? Because even like I was saying about sticking your toe in the water, right? It might feel cold, but once you actually just dove in, your body adjusts really fast. And it's only uncomfortable for 10 seconds, maybe 20? That's the same thing with making like these big decisions. Like, you want to do this thing. You've already made the decision too. And not honoring the decision is what is also creating this discomfort. It's like you're like there's two separate energies pulling on each arm, right? Like you're the rope for the tug of war, and just being like pulled back and forth, back and forth. But the way to stop that is to commit to the decision. allow yourself to feel the discomfort of the outcome of that. It's not your responsibility to make other people feel comfortable or to be responsible for their reactions or whatever. And also trying to do that is what is keeping you in this indecision too. But this is working its way up. I feel like you are working your way through it. This girl on this card reminds me of Penelope from Bridgerton. But yeah, Five of Pentacles, nothing is as hopeless as it seems. This could be what you're afraid of, being left out in the cold. Again, feeling uncomfortable. You know, just taking on too much responsibility for anything else except for yourself. The Ten of Cups, though, behind that. Okay, but sometimes it really is all rainbows and smiles. The Six of Swords after that, all aboard, witch. It's time to write a new chapter. The Three of Wands. Put yourself out there and you'll be rewarded one way or another. Oh, beautiful. I fucking, like, bro, I get it. I feel it. I'm there with you. Like I said, don't make me come get you. I will. I will pull up. I'll be crying too. I mean, like I said, I'm going through this too. So you're not alone. You got what it takes. A little discomfort is so fucking worth it to start on this new journey that is going to bring you more comfort, more love, more excitement than what is currently the path that you're currently on. If you let it, if you make that decision, if you commit to it. Okay, I'm gonna leave it there. Thank you so much for allowing me to read your cards, and I will talk to you soonish. Bye.